everybody. It's Bob. Welcome back to Modern Life for the 70s Mind. How is it going? It's actually good to be behind the camera. I've been away for a little bit. I don't know if you listened to all my videos, but a few times I mentioned I was going to Las Vegas, and I did, and I had a really good time. So right now I'm kind of in the recuperation stage. So if I look a little worn out, it's well-deserved, but it was well worth it. This video is going to be a little different. I've mentioned quite a few times that I was going to go see the Carpenters Legacy, a group that I've reacted to a number of times here on Modern Life of the 70s Mind during my recent trip. And they have a residency at the V Theater at Planet Hollywood, which is actually right in the Strip, so it's really easy to get to. And yes, I did that. And I would really like to dedicate this video, if you don't mind, on my thoughts on the show and hopefully do a good job, at least good enough of describing what a wonderful and, all kidding aside, just a magical night that this truly was. So before I jump into the concert clips, I just kind of want to set the scene for you because I thought it was really interesting when I first walked into the theater and the feelings I got. Because the Carpenters Legacy show wasn't just a performance. I wouldn't call it that. Overall, like I was kind of touch on, the show had a really uplifting feel-good vibe from the second that you stepped into the theater, even before the show began. And it's kind of odd to say, I guess, but the entire theater felt like a community. There was a lot of interaction between the attendees, even though clearly they didn't know each other, but everyone was real friendly. Everyone was exchanging thoughts, ideas about the Carpenters and everything. It was just really fun. Some of that was probably because they were flashing up on the screen at the back of the stage. They were flashing Carpenter's trivia up on the screen. You could hear people all around guessing the answers. And I even heard a few people singing little snippets of the songs, something I would never do, but especially in front of people I don't know. But they did that. And honestly, as a attendee, it was really fun to listen to all these people and really just kind of take in the entire positive vibe of the night. You can just tell that everyone was just genuinely excited to see the show that Sally and Ned were about to put on. Sally and Ned are the two that are playing Karen and Richard. sorry, Richard. And the crowd wasn't loud or chaotic by any stretch. Instead, it was really calm, kind of nostalgic in a way, which is very reminiscent, like of the Carpenters' music itself. And it was full of, really honestly, just full of people who you could just tell really, truly loved the Carpenters' music. All right. That's my initial thoughts on the concert before it even started. So let me get a few of the small clips that I recorded together, and I'll make a few comments. I won't keep them too long. Keep in mind, I am not a videographer, so do not write me and say what a horrible job I am at shooting video. That is not what I do. But, well, I guess this way, but not this way. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now that I was nice enough to set the stage for you, let's just jump into the first clip. Full transparency, I'm not 100% sure that these songs are in the proper order that they were sung, but I'll do my best to be close. I think I'm close. And one of the songs that I think that kicked off the night, it may have been the first one, was Mr. Postman. And let me tell you something, right out of the gate, the energy really started rolling. There was no hesitation. Right away, you could feel it. And you could see it on their faces. Sally and Ned were having a blast. You could really, really see that they love what they're doing. And this wasn't a stiff going through the motions performance. They were genuinely enjoying it. And maybe most importantly, at least to me, they were making us enjoy it even more. There were smiles or few quick little glances between them, and even some playful gestures. So you seriously couldn't help but feel the connection between the two of them. And that just made this even more special. And it kind of felt like they were singing with the crowd, not just to the crowd, which was also really nice. And I've got to be honest, it's nice to see a Carpenter song get a little groove on right from the start. I mean, who knew that mail delivery could be this much fun and this catchy? So, all right, let's take a look at this first video.
You didn't stop to make me feel better, but even me, I call her a letter, Mr. Postman. Oh yeah, please, Mr. Postman. Why don't you check in and see one more time for me? Gotta wait a minute,
Okay, shall we proceed? After the energy that we had of Mr. Postman, at some point, I think the show kind of took a quieter turn. And let me tell you, it really, really worked. And Sally started singing yesterday once more. And when she did that, you could feel the mood of the entire room just kind of shift. It's clear that people were leaning into the lyrics maybe just a little bit more because of the meaning of the song, and maybe a little bit of the chatter that I had been hearing a little bit earlier on almost instantly stopped. It was kind of amazing. It was like everyone had their own personal moment at the same time because of this beautiful Carpenter song. And you can even see Ned occasionally glancing kind of towards the audience. And it seemed to me that he was kind of taking in our reaction to see how we were accepting what they were doing. This song, I think, isn't really about music. It's about the way music connects to memories. And it's about those songs that we grew up with. That's why we were all there to begin with, to hear those songs. And it's especially about the ones that kind of take you back to maybe a special time, a special place, or maybe just a feeling. And Sally sang it in such an incredibly simple and honest way. It just really worked. There was no flash, there was no over singing, just letting the words and melody kind of carry the meaning. And it really reminded me how powerful music, well, not just, I mean, music in general, but also Carpenter's music can be. The song found, I think, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, it kind of found a unique way of bringing the past into the present with really without saying a word. Well, maybe the lyrics. Okay, I'll give you the head lyrics, but still, I think you kind of know what I mean. It was just really powerful. And here is that very special moment, or at least a little bit of it. Here we go.
Those were such happy times and not so long ago. How I wondered where they'd gone. But they're back again, just like a long lost friend. All the songs I love so well. Every sha-la-la-la, every whoa-whoa still shines. Every shing-a-ling-a-ling that they're starting to sing so fine. When they get to the part where he's breaking her heart, it can really make me cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more.
Okay, so now this next clip was something I really wasn't expecting at all. I've already mentioned Ned, but next up is a moment that really shows him off in such an incredibly big way, not just as a talented pianist, but as a fun and very quick witted performer. And I'll be honest, all night he brought so much personality to the show. Way better than Sally. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Sally. You guys are both great. His playing was sharp. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. His playing was sharp. It was very expressive when he played and was always entertaining. That's the important part. But this part that I'm going to show you in this little clip really stood out for me. I just loved it. And I don't want to give too much away, and I hope I'm not. But at one point, he asked the audience to shout out some of their favorite 70s TV shows from the 70s. And then without missing a beat, he created a full-blown piano medley on the spot of those songs. It was impressive, it was funny, and honestly, just a blast to watch. And he played with such ease and charm. It's like he could have kept going all night. And I gotta admit, I am a little jealous of him and how well he could pull it off. I obviously won't include the whole clip here, but here's a portion just to kind of give you a taste of that moment. All right, so we're moving right along. The next part, I think, really got the crowd going. It was one of the coolest nods to Karen Carpenter of the whole show. Sally started out on stage off to the side a little bit with a small, I believe it's called a snare drum. I'm not a drummer, so I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it was a snare drum and some cowbells. I know cowbells because every song needs cowbells. It was really super simple and super casual. So I'm thinking, okay, this is a fun little rhythm moment. And then suddenly she moves over and she runs up these stairs and jumps into this big drum set that I didn't even notice way kind of high up on the stage. And she didn't just play it, she committed to it. Her timing, her energy, her presence behind the drums felt like a genuine tribute. And the details of that moment made it even better. She was wearing that classic lead sister t-shirt, just like Karen used to wear, which I thought was that really took me back. That alone, I think, wearing that shirt got an audible reaction from the audience, which was kind of fun. But the best part, I think, was that in the screen behind her where she was playing, they were playing actual video footage of Karen Carpenter playing the drums. So you were actually seeing Sally play live in front of the footage, drumming along with Karen. It was kind of like this cross-generational duet. It was really, really wonderful. It was fun. It was powerful. It just was really, I think, a great moment of the show. Here's a clip from that performance. Guess who? It's me again. Listen, this next clip is just a really small slice of a really well done medley that they performed. They wove together a handful of Carpenter's classics into one, I just think, incredibly smooth performance. And let me tell you something, it flowed so naturally, and you almost didn't realize how many songs they had packed into this medley. The transitions were clean, the vocals were tight, and the whole thing was just really fun to experience. Like I mentioned, I'm only showing a short section of this here. I think I'm actually going to maybe kind of weave two cuts into each other, so you may see a little break or something. But it kind of gives you a good feel for how well they captured the heart of the Carpenters sound. Here's that moment.
Yeah, set your feelings coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see, and the reason is clear. It's because you are here, the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Only yesterday when I was sad and I was lonely, you showed me the way to leave the past and all these tears behind me. Tomorrow may be even brighter than today, since I threw my sadness away. Only yesterday.
Okay, so before I get into the final clip, yes, there will be a final clip. I wanted to share just a few other little short snippets, if you will, that for me just really stood out. I think these were some of the bigger hits, at least for me. And I think these are the ones that maybe got the biggest reactions from the crowd. And I think, honestly, thinking about it, these are probably the songs that the people came to hear. And Sally and Ned absolutely delivered on each and every one of them. The vocals, the arrangements, the energy that they created, they really honored these classic songs in the best possible way. I think you might hear some talking to the people in the front. For what it's worth, they talked through almost the whole show, but they were all talking about how much they were enjoying it. So I was fine with that. So here's a quick look at, I think, 2 of the crowd pleasers that I think that had everyone smiling and definitely singing along.
Long ago, and oh so far away, I fell in love with you before the second show. Your guitar, it sounds so sweet and clear, but you're not really here. It's just the radio. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? You said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you, I really do. I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cared if I should live or die. Time and time again, the chance for love has passed me by. And all I know of love is how to live without it. I just can't seem to find it. And what lies in the future is a mystery to us all. And no one can predict the wheel, the fortune as it falls. There may come a time when I will see that I've been wrong, but for now this is my song, and it's goodbye love.
Okay, so as always, I do love to end my videos with some final thoughts. And this one will be no different. So after the show, we got really lucky and we had a chance to hang out with Ned and Sally for a little bit. And it was such an amazing experience for both my wife and I and my brother and my sister-in-law, the 4 of us. And after I had a chance to talk to them, let me tell you something. These 2 people are not just talented. They are some of the most genuine, down-to-earth, and this next one is hugely important, the most hardworking people I have ever met in my life. They care about the music, they care about the audience, and maybe most importantly, I think they care about each other. And those 3 things, I think, really come across so clearly in just everything that they do on stage. And as if I didn't already love them enough, they're also big fans of Chihuahuas, just like my wife Rose and I are. So we're pretty much family at this point. So listen, guys, if you ever get a chance to see the Carpenters Legacy, they're at the Via Theater at Planet Hollywood, right on the Strip in Las Vegas. One word, go. You will absolutely enjoy it. And it's an experience made by 2 people who love what they do, and they put their whole hearts into their show, and you're just going to walk away with such a wonderful feeling. So I hope you enjoyed my reaction to their live concert. I hope I didn't put too much of the show into it, but we'll see. So listen, only life is priceless. Please make each and every day count. God bless all of you. Peace out. I'll talk to you guys next time. Okay? Bye-bye.
And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun.